of the world's great food-loving nations comes some seriously good food. Sausages, sauerkraut, sauerbraten and spätzle, and those are just the S's. Welcome to the warm, wonderful, comforting world of German food. Join our food safari to learn how to make roast pork knuckle with crunchy crackling, a guide to delicious German sausages, beautiful artisan breads, sauerbraten from the Rhineland, and a masterpiece of chocolate and cherries.
German food is rich, it's traditional, it's full of flavors, and it's just beautiful. It's the pig, it's the cabbage, it's the potatoes, it's the beers and the schnapps. German people, they just eat for enjoyment. There's always food on the table. It's 2/3 of the year, it's cold.
So you've got a great excuse to eat.
You do, you just eat.
Detlef Haupt trained as a chef in Germany and has worked throughout Europe, the Middle East and Asia. He's now executive chef at the Sydney Convention Centre, often cooking for up to 5,000 people. But the scent of juniper and allspice rockets him back to his mother's kitchen in Mainz. Tell me some of the things that you might have in a German pantry.
Well, mustard is a must for any sausage. We've got the hot one, extra hot. The grain one is a bit sweeter. The mild one.
So you'd never have a sausage without mustard, be like a pie without sauce?
You pile it on.
Oh, really?
You really pile it on. The gherkin is a must. It's a bit sweet and sour, and particularly with the mustard seeds and all the pimento berries. Yeah, that gives a particular flavour.
And what are you eating gherkins with?
Or with anything, just by itself, or with bread, sausages, small goods, or with a beer. I mean, the herring just warms every German's heart. It's just heaven. Beers, schnapps, herring, and steamed potato. Schmaltz.
So it's lard.
Fat. Lard.
Lard.
Just pure fat.
For cooking?
Cooking, salted potatoes. You seal your meat in it when you make your roast. It's just all about flavour. We've got the famous pumpernickel. This is probably the most particular German bread you can find beside the rye bread. Made of different rice, different seeds, fermented for probably a week, and then pressed in tins, steamed over several hours in the oven. Every German's love for Black Forest cake.
Oh, yeah?
The kids drink the juice, and mums use the cherries for making the cake.
Delicious. Detlef, what role do spices play in German cuisine?
You have to have different spices just floating around, and every cupboard, my cupboard is full with different spices. We've got the caraway seeds and mainly cabbage, breads, sausages, and cheese.
Ah.
We've got dill seeds for pickling, red cabbage, white cabbages, kale, juniper berries, sauerbraten. Yeah.
Your famous recipe.
That's right. It's juice, sauerkraut. Gin is made out of juniper berries, so it's just great.
In Germany, servings are generous, especially when it comes to the meat dishes. Chef Max Dietz's pork knuckles are the stuff of legend, with their crunchy golden crackling and tender caraway and garlic-infused meat.
I think it's just sensational. You get a crunchy skin and you get plenty of meat. It's juicy, and I think it's just marvelous. Okay, take just ordinary table salt. Rub it all. You can use a lot.
So the more salt, the better crackling?
Yes. It keeps the skin dry. Then use here a little bit of garlic paste. That's all the oil you need. Then we just put the apples and the onions into the baking tray. Just spread them a little bit nice and evenly. We got to put the caraway seeds on as well. Caraway seeds, it's very German. Okay. Put a little bit of water. Fill the tray about half full. Okay, just place them in the oven. 180 degrees for about 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's a good sound.
So how we're going to share this, half you and half me, or I'm going to have the lot?
No, I reckon I could polish that off. No problem.
Fantastic. German potato dumpling. Some German homemade noodles, egg noodles. We call them Spätzle. Red cabbage, a little bit of sauerkraut. And then, of course, there's no pork knuckle with no applesauce. Homemade, fresh applesauce. Sensational. It's beautiful.
Oh, look at that meat. It's so tender. Oh,
It just falls off the bone.
it does just
Just
fall off the
sensational.
bone.
Virtually just shuffle it in, you know, so...
How elegant.
And that's how it goes. Just use your fingers, it's fantastic. Sensational. It's beautiful. And then, of course, you got to wash it all down with a German beer. Cheers. Happy days.
Happy days. In a culture that takes eating and drinking very seriously, the beers and wines of Germany are exceptional. And like other European cultures, you'd never think of drinking without eating. So tell me about when German people have beer, enjoy beer.
Always after after work, just on parties like the Australians.
Yeah.
We really enjoy it, and I think we have the best beer.
Okay. Chef Stefan Castell from Bavarian Beer Cafe says the purity of German beer is something every German is proud of.
I mean, there are many different kind of glasses and for different beers, and I mean, this wheat beer, for example, you really have to drink it out of a glass like that. It doesn't taste good out of a bottle or out of another glass, but in Bavaria they have more the heavier beers, and they drink it more from bigger glasses.
So if we're meeting for a drink, how many beers would we have?
I can only stand 3 beers, and then my colleagues, they are laughing about me sometimes.
Oh, really? That's not good by German standards.
because all the Australians, they expect from Germans that you can drink a lot, so...
Okay.
Cheers. Prost. Do you like it?
That's a really nice beer.
It's perfect.
In Germany, bread really is the stuff of life. It's eaten 3 times a day. And these are serious loaves, wonderfully heavy and sustaining.
German breads are just not wimpy white breads. They're just, you know, full of structure. They're heavy. They got substance.
Heart and soul.
That's right.
Christian Tydex of Blue Moon Bakery learnt his art in Germany and knows how it feels to miss the substantial, satisfying loaves from home.
You look at the bread, this is this size, but it's only like 700 grams or less than 700 grams. Well, this bread is like small, and it's like a brick. It's like over 1 kilo.
So a good bread weighs heavy in your hands.
Exactly. And you only have to eat like a couple of slices and you feel full.
What do I look for in the perfect loaf of German bread?
The crust, it's crunchy. You break it open, it gives you that crunchy sound. The groom.
The groom. Tell me what the groom is.
The groom is just the inside. And then you see the bubbles. You see all these gas bubbles, the sourdough, how you ferment it. Exactly.
Magic. Pretzels are synonymous with the southern German region of Bavaria. Their shape's said to represent a person's arms folded in prayer.
They're meant to be a priest with crossed over hands like that.
Oh, yeah.
Usually it's down in the south, they eat it in the evening with a beer.
And you've got that nice sort of salty wash that you put on once they're baked, eh?
No, before baking.
Oh, before baking. That would go very well with your beer, I think. Over the centuries, Germany's farmland has been so rich and its meat so abundant that butchers were faced with the problem of how to store parts of an animal that were not going to be consumed immediately. A rich tradition of smoking and sausage making grew and prospered. Pork is the meat loved above all others and is used extensively in the many different sausage types. So how many different sausages would you find across Germany, do you think?
Hundreds.
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 And
Hundreds.
they've
with
all got
their-
great names with lots of syllables.
Ja. Sehr verbeißer. Sehr viele verschiedene Würste.
That's good. And that's just one sausage.
Yeah.
Stefan Bumili is a third-generation butcher who can barely keep up with the demand for his authentic German meats. And you've got some bratwurst here.
Yep.
What's the main difference between them?
Some are blanched already. That's why they're the white colour. You've got that pork and veal mix, which is a really, really finely chopped mix. That's the traditional recipe. It's a much softer fill in Europe, and they reckon they should not have it after 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a breakfast thing.
So, Stefan, these are the smoked sausages.
Yes, it is. The most famous one is probably a Frankfurt, which is always and should always be wood smoked in a natural casing.
No red cake.
No red casings. People come in and they say, "Don't you have any of the red ones?" No, we don't.
Is there a name for all the cold cuts that you have?
Yeah, us Germans will call them Aufschnitt. So if people come into the shop and they ask for 500 gram Aufschnitt bitte,
Yeah.
I would take a selection of the different types of cold meats and make a platter for them. They would have that for their snacks or lunches for the week. Speck, used in a lot of German cooking. It's a dry salted belly of pork, marinated in gin with berries, bay leaves, cracked pepper, mustard seed, and then cold smoked. Very intense flavour, very smoky flavour. Great for beans, for any legume dishes that you cook, soups, even on kebabs.
Speck, or smoked hock on the bone, is the basis of a stock used to make a hearty lentil soup that's traditionally eaten in autumn in the wine regions of Germany. Michael V's family produces wine in the Rhine Valley, close to Luxembourg.
It's from my childhood, and when we went to the vineyards to harvest the grapes, we came home in the evening. It's like a really hearty dish. So whenever I smell the soup, I smell like the childhood, and I smell like the harvesting of the grapes and everything. There we are. So here we have the lentils. I've been soaking them for a couple of hours before and washing them through. I let it boil a little bit before I put the potatoes in. So the next step is we will cut the pork hocks and take off the very tender meat, as you can see now.
That looks very, very nice. And so much meat in a pork hock too.
Yeah, it's a really good quality, actually. You just cut it in small pieces. Like, leave it as well a bit chunky. That's nicer when it is in the soup rather than if it is, like, clean cut.
That is so tender.
I give that in the soup. Another couple of minutes and it will be really nice. And then we will add the potatoes. Put the potato cubes in.
To thicken the soup, Michael mixes lard with a little plain flour, browns it lightly, and adds it to the soup.
All right. And you see the color of the soup turns to brown.
That is amazing.
See some nice chunks of meat.
Looks absolutely beautiful. Lovely. If there's one food associated with Germany, it's sauerkraut, the finely sliced, salted, fermented cabbage that's then cooked and served with a variety of dishes. Devotees say it's not just a food, it's a way of life.
Goes well with meat, like sausages, smoked pork loins, roasted pork. The sauerkraut, with the acid, it helps you in your digestion. And, you know, an angry German is a sauerkraut.
Rudy Dietz grew up with barrels of sauerkraut fermenting in the cellar at home. In the warmer Australian climate, he keeps his in the wine cellar beneath the restaurant he and his brother Max own and run in Sydney. So, Rudy, 2 weeks ago, you filled this full, did you?
Yes, we bought some fresh cabbage. As I put it in, each time I put a handful of salt in.
And it's very fragrant.
Yes, it has to be. It's fermenting. Smells like home. Yes.
And how long do you leave it in there?
About 3 weeks. Then I cook it, and then I put it in the fridge. To start off with, we use a little bit of oil, onions, and a bit of bacon for flavor. Marinated cabbage.
Yeah. And the juice goes in as well, eh?
Absolutely. Just
2 or 3, okay? Those are cloves, okay? 2 bay leaves, just break them up a bit. Some caraway seeds. Juniper berries, it's the most ingredient in Europe. We stir this a bit through. I get a little bit of sugar, just to start off with. A tiny bit of white pepper, and that's all it needs, except good
Is it
glass
good
of...
wine?
Absolutely, only the best for cooking. That's a nice piece of pork loin that gives you the extra flavor. You turn the gas down a bit, 25 minutes. Check it from time to time, so when it reduces down, it doesn't burn. Okay, we grate a raw peeled potato. A little bit of white wine. So you mix it up. You put it in there. And just mix it in and cook it for about 5 minutes. So the raw potato cook as well. Yeah. Then you got your cabbage. And it's finished.
Very good.
Yeah, well.
From the barrel to the stove.
That's it.
Detlef Haupt prepares a lighter version of cabbage tossed with speck and caraway seeds to accompany his favourite dish from home, sauerbraten.
This is very particular from an area where I come from, the Rhine, wine and dine area. You drink it and you marinate it.
Fantastic.
I just do the marination. Red wine vinegar and a good strong red wine. I do heat it up a little bit. I don't cook it, and I do add a little bit of water to it. So while this just warms up a little bit, you prepare your vegetables. Onion, carrot, leek. That's nice. Here you need celery.
Tell us about the meat.
That's beef eyeside off the rump. A couple of bay leaves, peppercorns, juniper berries. You can do quite a few, so that's the ultimate of that flavour. Bit of allspice. And I love to add a little bit of star anise to it. It just gives it a beautiful little warm flavour. Almost like a little Christmas flavour in there. Then you give it a drink. It's just perfect. But there you go. That we leave in there for, you said a minimum day. I would at least minimum for 2 days.
After the meat is marinated, Detlef seals it in a mix of oil and butter.
Beautiful. And you want to add your veggies a little bit to the browning. And then you get your marinade, your red wine. And that's it. Let it heat up a little bit, and then you turn it down and simmer it for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Slowly cook it through, so just let it develop the flavour. Okay.
Beautiful. Next, Detlef makes a sauce by straining the stock and reducing it. He adds red currant jelly, sour cream, and some sultanas.
And that's it. I think that's just great.
Oh, look how tender it is.
Slice of your meat. Just another little extra.
Fantastic. You've got to love a culture that takes its cake so seriously that it becomes an integral part of everyday life. In Germany, people stop for coffee and cake every afternoon.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
a typical German tradition, you know. The Germans must have their coffee and cake in the afternoon around 3 o'clock, you know. That's when they get desperate, you know.
Desperate. Alex Schwartz started his bakery in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney almost 30 years ago. He's now joined by his son Nicholas.
The Germans like real hearty, good food, you know. And the cake keeps going, and that's the final course of a meal anyhow, you know, a nice heavy dessert or a cake afterwards, yeah.
When I go see my grandma and stuff, you know, they all come around and every single one of them brings a different kind of cake and then the whole table full of different stuff. But it is huge. It is a big tradition over there, and it is too between the older ladies, like my grandma and her friends, always fighting over who makes the better one.
Chef Martin Boats says a lifelong love of cakes and baking came from his grandmother.
I used to remember her standing in the kitchen and she used to beat everything with a wooden spoon. And she used to beat so fast that her little arms were like going at 1,000 miles an hour. And I just love that smell of butter and sugar being beaten together.
Though Martin is best known in Australia for his take on Thai food at the Long Grain restaurants in Sydney and Melbourne, where he's executive chef, it was regular visits back to his birthplace north of Frankfurt that gave him lasting great recipes. Martin's butter cake is made with cream, butter and sugar and 6 eggs added to flour. While the chocolate cake sees butter and couverture chocolate melted together and mixed with sugar, eggs and flour. The filling starts with egg yolks and sugar beaten together to a pale creaminess. Then hot milk added and cooked to a rich custard, which then melts the chocolate and combines into a luscious mixture. Martin has a taste to boost the flavour of the chocolate. Why did you put salt into the chocolate? What does that
Just
do?
to bring out the chocolate flavour. Yeah, you'll see in a lot of recipes now that, or salt flakes on top of chocolate cakes. It's happening, it's now. Salt on chocolate is now.
Wow. While it cools, Martin drains whole cherries and reduces the liquid to a syrup with a vanilla bean and sugar.
Okay, so now we're going to build it.
Oh!
I'm excited.
So am I.
I want to start with a vanilla layer. And then we're also going to douse the cake with some of the kirsch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really heavily alcoholic, this. And I want to pipe my mousse around the outside. Why I'm doing this is because I need to build a wall to keep in my cherries. The cherries that we reduced, and then we'll put out chocolate, and then it'll just be a layer of cream. And then the next layer of vanilla. Again, putting that into the centre, a bit of the juice. So I'll put another chocolate layer on now.
That's good. Getting very loose with
I know, my thumb's getting loose now.
That is absolutely beautiful. Oh.
Then pour my ganache that we made over the top. The bark of the forest. Plus the cherries that I soaked for a week in kirsch. I usually just let it set for at least 3 to 6 hours. It takes a bit of work, but it's worth it.
Oh, it's great. It's beautiful. Can we try it now?
Now we get to eat it.
Look at that cake. It is the most spectacular cake I've ever seen. And it's wicked, wicked,
Yeah.
wicked. It's a religious experience.
Yeah, it's good.
It is the most stupendous cake I have ever seen. And eating it is even better. On our next safari, the exotic spices and dishes of celebration from Persian cuisine. Discover the world's best kebabs, dips, rice dishes and slow-cooked meats.
Do the middle too.
Oh. The middle.
A surprise at every layer.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you. So good.